I know I've been streaming a bit, but yeah, I just haven't been feeling Fortnite recently. But I wanted to show you guys and talk to you guys and like how to become insane, or like in general how to become really good at the game consistently, and not just one day you're good and the next day you're bad or whatnot. Moves that I used and that wouldn't take too long to learn or whatnot, but also they'd be really effective. No, I'm not gonna talk about like boxing up and all that. You guys already know that if you watch other videos, you know, effective ways or strategies to box up, etc. I'm not gonna talk about that, but I am gonna talk about certain things that helped me become really good at the game, etc. Yeah, so let's just hop right into it. So let's see, let's just go all the way back down. My screen is a lot smaller, so if I'm kind of trash, I do apologize, but what is it? So one of the main things that I try to teach anyone who plays with me or whatnot, like my duo at the moment is one of my friends, boxing up and coning. So a lot of people fail to recognize is what is it? Crosshair placement. That's like one of the main things in this game. So like when you get close enough, right, and someone's coming up on me, I can you see, I can do that, aim above and place a cone over them, right, which isn't too difficult when you learn it or whatnot, right. Even at that, just jumping is so simple, whatnot. Crosshair placement is literally everything, you know what I'm saying? So like you could jump, right, then do that, and look, see, fully boxed already, as it is, boom, boom, see, he's already set it up, you can't do nothing about it, etc. That's all that matters. Or if you're going against someone like me, just always make sure you put a cone above your head. When you're going in front of them or whatnot, always make sure, because what that does, it just allows you to be able to just keep your momentum up. That's one of probably the main things, is keep your momentum up. However you have to do it. Momentum is like everything. That's one of the main things, momentum, because let's say like this, if you don't keep your momentum up, you're gonna go like this, right, someone cones you, right, you run into it, and you have to start up all over again, etc, etc, you guys get it. So the main thing is just you really want to keep your momentum, and crosshair placement is a big thing in this game. As you can see, crosshair placement has a lot to do with editing. We'll get into custom keybinds in a bit for controller. Yes, I am on controller. Obviously, you can tell I'm on console. So speaking about keybinds, so what I do, right, first you can look at this, as you can see, there's like a little oval type thing that centers the middle thing of, that's user interface contrast. It centers the middle of your screen, because like the main part, everything is not too less bright, but it just focuses a certain thing, you know what I'm saying? Do I have motion blur on? Because I can see my thing. No, I don't know. But yeah. So another thing is shutting all of these off. What these do is they allow you to have less delay, especially if you're on console. That'll help. It might not look major, but I promise you it's really good. For console players, I suggest confirm later on release. It's helped a lot. Another thing that will make you literally insane, guys, and you would never mess up on an edit ever again, unless if it's your own fault, is disable pre-edit option, right? what that allows you to do, alright, so let me turn it back on right for a second. So this, when I turn it back on, I can edit like before I build, right? But if I turn it, if I turn it off, it allows me to edit. But if I turn it back on, I can't edit, right? I edit with left stick, and I'm gonna show you guys why it shows the actual the middle pad or whatnot. I don't edit with that actually, guys. I actually edit with left stick still, as you can hear it. And you could also look at the middle thing right here, right? You can see how it loads, but when I edit with left stick, it's just instantly, right? So yeah, so I don't play claw, by the way. It's just regular. You don't have to adjust to anything new, right? I have one finger, both my index fingers for L1 and R1 and L2 and R2, right? My thumbs are on everything. I use my thumbs for everything else. Building is still circle. Everything's really like the same except for editing. That's it. That's something I gotta use to. Alright, so I'll show you guys right now. Alright. I suggest having auto friend requests. Auto decline. You don't have to have it on. I don't know. It just helps with less delay, right? But if you don't have no friends coming in, that's fine too. What is it? So yeah. Alright, so custom controls. These are your edit keybinds and stuff like that. So what I edit with, obviously you can see, it's the left stick. Crouch is still right stick. Switch mode / edit, and then you see switch mode right here. Alright, so I don't know why, but it just helps with delay reasons, right? Switch mode / edit, right? It just helps with delay reasons. I don't know, just put that there. And I know there's one button you guys at least don't use, at least one. There has to be, right? If you have a push to talk button, you're on controller, you don't need that. Just mute your mic, get a mic that you can mute personally, there you go. But push to talk isn't really needed on controller, you don't have that much space for it, so why use it, right? These are all the main things you should be using. Jump, switch mode, reload / interact, right? Toggle pickaxe, it's triangle. Like I said, everything else is normal except for my edit and my reset and confirm, right? So what I want you guys to do is combat controls to switch left stick to edit. That's it, right? You don't have to change nothing else, and put the middle thing or whatever you're not using that says unbound, put that to switch mode / edit, and whatever you use switch mode for, you can use that as well. You don't have to change anything else, right? Then you go all the way to edit controls, make sure everything's obviously the same like this. You can pause the video if anything. If you're watching it over and you're not with me while I'm streaming, you can do that. Alright, so edit controls. So what I do, you don't have to change anything else, right? I just have these two as edit, build, and combat, right? But what I do is put your R1 as reset and your L1 as confirmed. You don't gotta change nothing else at all. Nothing else at all, right? Just put R1 as reset and L1 as confirmed. And what that does is, like I said, I always have my index fingers on R1 and L1, right? Because you're not going to have them on L2. You could just switch it real quick, right? It's right there. It's not that hard. So what I do is I just, right? So what I do when I'm going like stairs, right? I go like that. You see how it says L1 to confirm and R1 to reset? So boom. Then I edit it again. Press R1 and L1. And it might take a bit for you guys to get used to it, like a day or two. But you're obviously gonna see bigger progress, right? It's gonna help a lot. Oh yeah, like I said, crosshair placement is a big play. You don't even have to do much. A lot of people just like that, right? That's usually what PC players do. But if you're on controller, an easier way is just boom, right? Just go up like that. It's a lot easier, you know. So like I said, crosshair placement is a big play. Another thing we're gonna talk about is piece control. So this is piece control when someone's like in your box or whatnot, right? Or whatnot. Sensitivity. That's one thing. Alright, I'll show you guys my sensitivity right now. What is it? Yeah. This is my sensitivity right here. My sensitivity is really slow, which I wouldn't recommend it, but I play like this because it's just comfortable for me personally. Everything like that. Aim assist 75% linear. I could put exponential right now, and guys, it just feels so stiff for me. Like I can't turn as much as I would want to, you know. Like look, when I'm turning, it just feels so stiff. And I like having to I like controlling everything I could do. See? This just feels so stiff. This is, I mean, cause it's like this, guys. Controller players are meant to be smooth, you know what I'm saying? They're not meant to be stiff or whatnot, right? And you might, if you were to spectate me one day or whatnot, and you were to see me play, people have said I look like I'm on PC. And one thing that I can admit is that sometimes I do look like I'm on PC when I'm editing, or not editing, when I'm shooting or whatnot, etc, etc. But the main thing that I do it for is for control. So, what the hell? I don't know what was that, but the main reason why I put my aim assist down is because of control. Some people have the aim assist all the way low and it would look exactly like they're on PC, and that's because it feels like they're on PC too, like the whole movement, right? Because if you ever seen a PC player and how they play, everything just in general, right? Versus a console player, like, you know, I don't know how to explain it exactly, but if you compare the two, they look really different, right? So what I do is I lower down my sense first because it helps my aim for some reason, and control. You could try if you want. But one thing is, if you're trying to do the things that I've showed you so far or whatnot, and it's not working out, don't give up. I mean, it's taken a while for me to master half the things, and I don't have much mastered. Coning, what is it? This technique right here. This technique right here. It's taking me a while to master, and in like actual playing. I wouldn't. One thing is, I know it's gonna be fun, even if you can do it. I know it's really fun, but one thing is, you always wanna be aware of your surroundings. You know, you always want to be aware of what you're doing, your health, everything. Doesn't matter how good you are. I always mention to myself that one pumping is always possible, you know. So you always got to be aware of everything, you know, your health, anything, you know, the player's weapons. One thing I've picked up from Clicks himself, not actually talking to him, but just watching him in general. And the main thing he does, unless if he's desperate, the main thing he does is tries to get some damage off. You know, you don't want to go into a fight, you know, blind practically. You know, if you hit him for 100 or even just one AR shot, it can play such a big role, you know what I'm saying, in winning for you. If they're better, oh well, you know, 1 HP doesn't, there's no way they can clutch out winning for you, you know what I'm saying. If they do, then that's just unlucky, but as long as you play smart, there's no way they're clutching at you. You know, 1 HP, you know. One thing that I've done a lot, like, I can be this good, right? You know, controller, wow, right? But at the same time, anybody can kill me. I've gotten bumped by the biggest bots because I played stupid. And I've gotten mad, rage, whatever it is, but it's because I played stupid at the end of the day. We all have our own moments, but if you just always play smart or whatnot, see one of the biggest YouTubers or arena players out there, controller players, and they always be clicks or whatnot. If you ever seen it, or in general, like an insane YouTuber or etc., someone who's a pro at Fortnite, and they've gotten clapped on people, not by creative players, but people who actually studied the game and know how to play, whether it's rotation or whatnot, you know. Reed's insane, studied the game for a long time, and came up and shit on everybody. He was so underrated, and look at him now, you know. Anything is really possible, to be honest. All you gotta do is just, you know, follow the main tips that are given to you from me or hundreds of other people. If you happen to come across this video, please like and subscribe, and let me continue. So, yeah, sense is for console players, even for PC players. Sense is really big, you know what I'm saying? You might think my sense is really slow or whatnot, right? Look, this stuff has like a box up, right? You might think my sense is really slow or whatnot, but I just feel comfortable personally by myself. It feels comfortable for me, you know what I'm saying? And I always make sure that nobody's ever in a place where I can't control my sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless, you know, if there's two people right here, right, I go like this, go like that, boom, boom, I focus on one player, you know, and I try to get out, you know, look slowly, boom, right, try to get one out or whatnot, etc., you know, but never leave yourself open, you know, it's a lot easier. One thing is, I've learned from a lot of pros or whatnot, just watching them, wasting your mats is a lot better than actually dying. A lot of people just try to take their fish or heals or whatnot in the midst of someone trying to break into their box. Like, you know, just play smart. I got 4 dubs in a row with one of my old duos, who was my duo once again. 4 arena dubs in a row, and not because the people were trash, but although we might have only dropped 11 kills or 15 kills, you know, even though we still got the win, you know what I'm saying? We still came on top all those 4 games. We never really died off spawn, you know. It wasn't, you know, hard. Why? Because he listened to me, and we played it smart. We didn't push every fight, but when we seen someone open, we just sniped them real quick, you know. Rotation wise, there's launch pads back in, use them to your advantage. Play smart, stay on the edge of circle, you know. Whatever it was, 2v1 clutches, I've done it multiple times, or 1v2, you know. It was a 1v3, it was duo arena, and, well, not a 1v3, it was 1v1v2, and what did I do? I took out the one player, and then I hit the other kids for a bit, you know, from a far distance. And I continued to, you know, block them off in storm, you know, anything you gotta do to win, you know, whatever it is. What is it? In arena, don't play so aggressive for finishes. If you're trying to become like a pro, don't play so aggressive for finishes. One thing I see a lot of people do is, since they try to play so aggressive for the finish, they see that their finish right here and an enemy right here, they'll try to, you know, leave their whole thing open, right? Try to go for that. In the midst, that's 50, but you're taking 100 from that guy right there, you know? It's really not worth it regardless. I'd say play more smart, you know what I'm saying? If you see your finish right there and that guy right there, look, this is your wall, try to hit this guy for 100, you know? Boom. And then take your finish. It's that simple. You know, just try to play smart in general. It'll be a lot more easier. Yeah, this game is really, I mean, I might have insane mechanics, bad mechanics, whatever you want to call them, right? Or I'm good for a control play, whatever you want to say. But at the same time, I have beaten people with way better mechanics than me, and I've done it 1v2s, people who are way better than me with 1v2s, and I've still beaten them all literally just by using piece control and my IQ, you know. I'll be posting more, obviously, clips, whatever it is, just let me know what you guys want to see. More sensitivities, or things that will help you guys out, whatever it is, I'm up for it. Just let me know how this video did for you guys, and I'm out. If you guys want to see me do arena or whatever it is, just let me know, etc. And peace.